Yes guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to run you through another workout. I'm going to focus mainly on a hybrid upper body cardio based one. It's going to take no longer than 45 minutes, right? But then what I want to get into is how to stay in shape over the festive period. There's a lot of questions that people get asked about how they do that. I'm going to run you through some points after this workout of how to stay in shape, because you don't want to go into January feeling and looking like a potato. No one does, right? And don't wait until January to get started. So you can actually get involved in this workout. I'll put all the details on the screen so you can join me. I have got my polar heart rate monitor, so I'm going to be running this through the entire session. So you can see how many calories I'm burning and the session length. So let's get into it. When you set these up, you got to lube it up. You know, you got to warm it up correctly, just like most things in life. But I want to strap this on. A bit tight. Oh my God. There you go. And you want to put it just there, below the titties. And then we want to connect this bad boy up. So right now this is detecting my heart rate. Yep, about 46 beats per minute. And then we're going to select the training right now. So we're going to go into a circuit training, press done, and then we press start and we are good to go. So now the session has started. So we're just going to warm up right now. I'm going to put my headphones in and get into it. The warm up for this workout, I'm going to do a 1K run on there to get my heart rate up a little bit. Head over to the pull-up bar, do 50 pull-ups and then 50 press-ups, not in a row, because I'm not Iron Man or Superman. I'll break it down into sets of 10, and then I'm going to get into the actual circuit. Warm up done in the bag. Now we're going to go into the actual circuit. So we're going to start off with 10 cals on the assault bike, dumbbell incline press, 1 minute run, about 75–80%, and then kettlebell rows. Repeat that 5 times, first circuit. Circuit number 1 done. So we're going to go into the second circuit now. I've had a little breather. I'm going to try and work on my body weight strength movement. So we're going to do some dips here, have some TRX rows, and then we're going to do 15 cals on the bike erg here. Do another 5 rounds of that. So you're probably wondering why I'm doing body weight stuff rather than the usual in the gym. As I'm getting older, it's something that I've always wished I did when I was younger. Not saying that I wanted to be a gymnast, even though I am learning to do backflips, but it's something that I'm quite new in. When you go into the gym, I've been doing that for the majority of my training career. So when I'm stepping into like the calisthenics bodyweight space, everything's new for me. The targets are new, my progress is a lot faster because I'm starting from a beginner, so I'm finding it a lot more exciting. And to be honest, I think it's a lot better for you. The shape that you gain off calisthenics and bodyweight movements And also you can do it in a lot more places. You don't have to wait to get to the gym the whole time. You know, you don't have to wait to pick up the dumbbell. If you've got like a bar you can do pull-ups on, it's amazing. You can do it anywhere, right? What you'll find as well is when you do more bodyweight stuff, you'll realize how weak you are. Like, for me to do a row or a lat pull down on a machine, I can lift some decent weights for my size, you know? But when you go into doing pull-ups and rows with your body weight like I'm doing, you're so fatigued so quick and you're not as strong as you think you are. It's a totally different type of strength. That's it. With this one, I'm not trying to get my heart rate as high as the first circuit, so I want to try and be as explosive as I can in these bodyweight exercises. Got the world's biggest dry mouth. My mouth's drier than a camel's kneecap. So I've done 2 circuits there in one. I've tracked all the workouts here, put them on screen. So we've got a 40-minute and a 16. So, you know, best part of an hour with a warm-up there as well. And we've done around 400 calories. Now time to get a shower, get a protein shake, and then give you some top tips of how not to get fat this festive season. Right, let's get into it then, shall we? Back home fresh. It's fucking bright out here. So, how do we stay in shape over the festive period? Now, the reason why I've done that workout is because it's better for you. The pros far outweigh the cons, okay? So when you're doing something like that, yes, it's gonna be harder, but you burn so many more calories in a short amount of time. It increases your VO2 max, it increases your metabolic rate. And in doing so, it increases the excess post-oxygen consumption, commonly known as the afterburn effect. Meaning, when you do exercise like that, it's so strenuous, you're burning calories hours after you finish the workout, which is a massive bonus if you're trying to do a fat loss journey, or if you're eating more. You know, it's gonna have a way better effect in order to stay lean, okay? And what I mean by increasing your VO2 max, well, this is the body's way of how efficiently it uses oxygen. So just for massive health benefits, this is gonna be really good for you, okay? So that's one of the main reasons why I think doing circuit training, HIIT training is going to be the best thing for you. And to be honest, when you're doing this, like, you don't need to be doing it every day. These workouts, they're quite aggressive, but they're short periods of time. If you're doing them twice, up to 4 times a week, you're really going to reap the benefits, especially in regards to fat loss and increasing your fitness levels. I think a lot of people, even me over time, neglect stuff like this because it is harder. A lot of people will actually spend hours, prefer to spend hours in the gym doing steady state cardio whilst on their phone, literally only burning the calories during that cardio session. This is actually burns calories afterwards, like I said there, and then go do their weights training, you know, when in reality, if you're looking at health benefits and results, you do these workouts, you cram it into 30 to 40 to 60 minutes max, you are gonna get some serious results out of it. Even studies show that by doing these kind of workouts, it really hits the fat around your organs, and it's gonna reduce your fat around your midsection. So there's literally no downside to this apart from it sucks for a little bit. It's harder, I'm not gonna lie, but it's gonna be way better for you. So if you mix this in a few times a week during the festive periods, it's really gonna help counterbalance those extra calories that you're gonna be having. And one of the other massive advantages of doing workouts like this, HIIT training circuits, you can have minimal equipment and still get an amazing workout in. And not to mention, like, I'm even doing this a lot more now because my time is so valuable, and if you've got businesses to run, you've got families, kids, whatever it is, you're pretty time poor, right? So you've got to get the best workouts in with the time that you have. And these workouts, you don't have to commute to the gym for. You could do it. I could do it here on my balcony. I could do it with very little equipment. You could do it in your garage at home, your living room, you know. So when it comes to doing the workouts, you've got very little, if not zero, excuses. Right, I've moved inside because it's hot as Satan's balls outside. Right, Second thing is booze, alcohol. You know, you're gonna have festivities, you're gonna have events, you're gonna have gatherings, right? But you've got to be smart about it. This is coming from someone who drank. I can still drink a lot. I shouldn't pride myself on that. But I'm not getting any younger. My metabolism isn't getting any faster. So if you're going into these gatherings and you're gonna stuff your face and you're gonna drink alcohol, the chances are that no matter how much exercise you do, you're gonna lose. You're gonna put on some excess fat, right? So you need to be smart about this. It's tactical drinking, right? So stick to your clear spirits. Have the one-on-one rule. And I'm not talking about the person you fancy. I'm talking about have a drink, have a glass of water. Have a drink, have a glass of water, right? It is gonna help you feel way better in the morning, and it'll help fill you up, and you're not gonna make a mess of yourself. A family do. Like falling over on a Christmas tree, which I did once, Christmas Eve. I went out on Christmas Eve one time with my brother-in-law, and I came back blackout drunk. I don't even remember this, but what I do remember is having a sword fight with this huge biscuit box. It's called Jaffa Cakes. They used to come this long at Christmas, right? And we did this kind of scene out of Star Wars, had a sword fight, knocked over the Christmas tree. I fell asleep on the sofa, woke up in my clothes to people coming downstairs for Christmas. Don't be that guy. Have the one-on-one drink rule, have a good time, don't be a moron. We've all been there, you don't want to do it twice, right? Have things in moderation, just don't restrict yourself. If you restrict yourself with anything, there's going to be some sort of kickback because you're going to have some sort of blowout, stop you from doing the things that you want to do. So everything in moderation. And then what I would say is, if you know you're going to a big event, like if I know Christmas Eve's coming up or Christmas Day, I'm going to work my nuts off days before to make sure I've earned those days. I'm not going to feel bad about enjoying myself. So days before and after, you know you've got these events and gatherings with family and friends and whatnot, and you're going to be having fun, letting loose. Just earn those days. Make sure you've earned those calories beforehand. By the way, guys, this is my Christmas tree. It's not, what's the date? It's early. What I read earlier, which is so fucking true. Study says that people that decorate their Christmas tree earlier are happier. So I've got this up. I don't think this is early, to be honest. I would have put this up at the start of November. It's just looking a little bit bare underneath. Those aren't actually presents. They are old bags, but I'm trying to fill it up. I haven't been Christmas shopping yet, but the tree's up, and I think that's important. And if you're judging me on this, shame on you. Anyway, on to my point. If you're not tracking, right, over Christmas, or have an idea of how many calories you're consuming, you're just gonna be aimlessly shooting in the dark of where you need to be, right? So there's so many people I still speak to now that eat healthy Monday to Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday they go out for dinner, drinks, you know, all the good stuff. Then complain because they're not making any progress, right? You could be eating perfect all week, and then on the weekend you could put your entire week into a surplus, which is what's gonna happen over Christmas, right? So I'd highly advise working out how many calories you need to be having, which you can do by hitting the free calorie calculator in the description below. It's absolutely free. Yeah, I'm not going to charge you for it. Do that first off, and you can get a gauge of what you need to be having on a daily basis, right? So therefore, if you know what you're having on a daily basis, if you've got a big event coming up, you need to be in a further deficit if you know you're going to indulge on that time, right? Tracking, it's important. And that's why people get demotivated. Say if you're taking photos of yourself every single week for the last 6 weeks, you can see your progress. So when you look back at week one, you're like, shit, this is actually working. But if you haven't taken any photos and you look in the mirror and you're not feeling motivated today, you're gonna be like, oh shit, like, I'm not feeling so great. But you don't know how far you've come. So it's more for mental clarity rather than anything else. So tracking is vital during these times. So with your tracking, when you're eating, you need to prioritize your protein intakes. You need to be having at least 1.5 to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight. The more protein you're going to be having, the fuller you're going to feel for longer, and the better you're going to recover. The more muscle mass you have, the higher your metabolism, the more calories you burn at rest. So please prioritize your protein intake more than your carbs. Intermittent fasting. Push your meals back, push your first meal back until lunchtime. Meaning, you can have nicer meals during the day and still not be in a surplus by the end of the day. So for example, on Christmas Day, I do this every single year. I usually wake up hungover. Hopefully, I'm not gonna knock over a Christmas tree this year. She'll kill me. But I will try and not eat until Christmas dinner, meaning I will stuff my face with a colossal amount of food, put myself into the biggest food coma, lay on that couch for the rest of the evening watching movies, right? That's an extreme way of fasting, okay? But you get the point. If you don't eat all day or your morning, you can have nicer meals and still not be in a surplus. You get me? You got a centre parting. You got a centre parting. I mean, yeah. Hello. Right, guys. To round this off, and my final point is the holidays are to spend time with loved ones, so you see the people that you haven't seen all year or you rarely see, and people who really want to see you. So you don't need to go into holidays and overconsume on everything in order to have a good time. You can still do all this without overeating and getting smashed every single day. Because, you know, I've been there, I've done that. Sometimes I used to just get excited for Christmas because I knew I could get smashed for like 3 days straight or eat everything in sight. But the only thing that comes out the back of that is me going into January feeling demotivated. I've got more weight than I had before Christmas and the gyms are even busier than ever. So it's just a lose-lose. Or you could go into that situation and go into December with a bit of a strategy and come out with even progress, but still having an amazing time, right? So they're my top tips to stay in shape over these festive periods, guys. So if you like the video, please like, subscribe, comment below. I'll try and get back to everyone in the video, but it's over and out for this one. Hope you've enjoyed it. Peace.